Kevin Brown and Amanda Scarborough with you. Alyssa Lang on the field and our wonderful ESPN crew. Texas has played in some epic Super Regionals over the last few years. We'll see if we have another one in our hands with Tegan Kavan getting us underway in the circle from Austin. And a first pitch strike tonight at 8:05 local on an absolutely gorgeous day here in the capital city of Texas. Tanya Wendell, the senior, leads off for the Sun Devils and swings and misses at Kavan's strike two. Arizona State, champions of the Big 12 tournament. Texas, champions of the SEC tournament. And it is Tegan Kavan who has owned the postseason like few other pitchers in softball history. Gets a strikeout to start here on 3 pitches. She retires Tanya Wendell. Tegan Kavan, Amanda, has not allowed an earned run in 8 consecutive NCAA tournament games.
She's so special in the month of May, and this is a Texas team that has really relied on her. A junior, but she got a lot of innings. She became the ace as a freshman. She was the it girl as a sophomore, winning a national championship, and she has been the it girl for Texas as a junior, an All-American, and there's just something different about her under the lights, in the big games, in the NCAA tournament. Her mindset is there, and she has the stuff behind it with her rise ball and her hard-throwing self.
Working on the 6th-year senior Kaylee Pond here for 44-16 Arizona State. Pond fouls away the first 2. Kaylee Pond at Arizona State. We're not even a postseason lock a couple of weeks before the field, but got hot at the end of the regular season. Then, as the 6th seed, rolled through the Big 12 tournament, and as an unseeded team last weekend, swept the College Station Regional, taking down Texas A&M. Could have been an all Lone Star State showdown, but the Sun Devils had other ideas as Pond flips an 0-2 foul.
You can tell Tegan Kavan very comfortable in this field, getting ahead of Wendell and getting ahead of Pond. It's the Arizona State hot offense coming into Austin.
Their last game, a 9-1 run rule of A&M at A&M. 2-strike pitch swung through. Kavan going up, going down, going all around the zone for back-to-back strikeouts to start this Super Regional.
We'll notice that both of her strikeouts have been down the zone, working ahead in pitchers' counts, and she is known for her rise ball, but both of those strikeouts being with the drop ball.
The junior Samantha Swan, Arizona State catcher. 7 pitches, 7 strikes for Kavan as Swan fouls this away. And the Arizona State starting lineup is brought to you by Capital One. Sun Devils are hot. Katie Chester, the 5-hitter with 20 home runs. Arizona State has 5 players with 10 home runs or more, 98. The 3rd most in ASU history, and this is a 2-time national championship program. Swan 5th in the country in doubles with 21. We'll take strike 2 as called by Robbie Guest, and it's 9 for 9 strikes to start for Kavan. Samantha Swan from just down the road here, Georgetown, Texas, 45 minutes or so away. The first team all Big 12 catcher. And Swan grounds the ball foul.
You know, Arizona State in their month of May on this win streak that they've been on, entering the NCAA tournament through regionals, they've seen a lot of rise ball pitchers. Nyjah Kennedy, Caitlin Terry, although hers will look a little bit different, but you can tell she's going down more early.
That ball blistered into left field and caught by the freshman Alyssa Sneed. 11 pitches, 11 strikes. Longhorns, if you remember last year's national champion, you remember a lot of these names, the 1 through 5 hitters and the 9-hitter all returned. Katie Stewart and Reese Atwood have homered combined more than almost 200 Division I teams. Stewart broke Atwood's record with 27 home runs on the year. Reese not far behind her with 18. They're going to face a first-team All-American from a year ago who could be an All-American again. Kenzie Brown, the graduate student in her Super Regional debut. And Brown starts it with a pitch fouled away by Caden Henry. Kenzie Brown began her career at Tulsa, had a 6.78 ERA as a freshman, and 4 years later, Amanda, She is 2 wins away from the World Series.
You know, when she is healthy, she's truly one of the best in the country, a senior with experience coming off of a fantastic year last year. And just a pitcher that it's like, if you know about her. Hasn't gotten a lot of the big accolades like the other senior pitchers that get a lot of the attention, like Nyjah Kennedy, like Jordy Ball, like Carlin Pickens, but she is good like them and is just pitching her best this season in the month of May.
She'll be headed to the AUSL next year, or this year. So find out, if you don't know already, about Kenzie Brown. Look forward to telling her story as we go throughout this game in this Super Regional. 1-2 here on Caden Henry. Terrific leadoff hitter for Texas, who was 7 for 12 in the regional, doubled, homered twice, and drove in 6. The junior from Dickinson, Texas. Swings and grounds the ball to the left side. Brooklyn Ulrich from short, not in time. Henry legs out a seemingly routine ground ball for
300 feet out of the ballpark. And that has been the difference with Katie Stewart this year, Kevin, in her SEC Player of the year that she's been having those inside pitches. She's been able to keep fair instead of pulling them foul for foul home runs.
This pitch, she gets jammed and pops out to the first baseman, Katie Chester. So Brown goes inside effectively for the first out.
And that's what Kenzie Brown is going to have to do when Katie Stewart comes up, as well as Reese Atwood. When she goes in to right-handed power hitters for Texas, she's going to have to go hard in. The pitch that she uses the most is a rise ball. She'll throw it 70-plus miles an hour, but her drop and her changeup down in the zone are actually her best swing and miss pitches.
Viviana Martinez with a ground ball to first. Back-to-back balls hit to Chester. Henry, who was on the run, takes second, so Texas has a runner in scoring position, but Brown has 2 quick outs. And that'll bring up the All-American Reese Atwood, star of Texas postseason runs past. 73 career home runs, the 3rd most among active players. Atwood, his first pitch swinging as well. Texas has swung at the last 4 pitches from Brown.
Well, a big part of that is that Kenzie Brown is a strikeout pitcher. You saw that on her scouting report, one of the best strikeout pitchers in the country. So if you're Texas, you're going to go up and be aggressive early in the count. You don't want to get 2 strikes against her, being that she is a strikeout pitcher.
0-1 for the senior Atwood. Atwood with a high fly ball. She got under it. Yaya Acuna puts her away, and after a leadoff single, an 8-pitch inning, they can hold. It's a team with the 2nd longest win streak in the nation, 9 in a row, as they storm through the Big 12 tournament and regional round, and they don't look like an unseeded team. Emily Shep takes a strike from Tegan Kavan. How about that? 20 pitches in the game, 19 strikes between Kavan and Brown as Tegan gets strike 2. What have you made, Amanda, of this Arizona State run out of nowhere to within 2 wins of the World Series?
You know, they struggled so much with injuries throughout this season, especially to Kenzie Brown in the middle of the season, that I think that down the road,
as this ball's popped up to Stewart for another quick out.
in May, they were just able to finally feel comfortable defensively, offensively in the lineup, and have Kenzie Brown, who they look to as a leader in the circle, and know that she's healthy. I mean, there's been a lot of injuries for this Arizona State team that they're finally peaking and getting healthy, or probably just managing injuries at this point to the best of their ability and just kind of laying it all on the line to play their best when it matters most.
Here's a little pop-up to Stewart again. The big power hitter Chester is retired. Tegan Kavan, laughing in the face of this dangerous lineup, has thrown 15 pitches, and all 15 are strikes. There have been 9 batters in this game, and 1 ball that was thrown to Caden Henry, who basically has a force field around her compared to everybody else. Here's Ashley Mejia. And there is Tegan Kavan's first ball. 16 pitches into the game. Mejia, the sophomore, 3 for 8, doubled and homered in the A&M Regional. And she takes a strike right at the top of the zone. Ashley Mejia had a 2 grand slam game March 28th against North Carolina. Team high 13 homers last year. Power's a little down this year, but still has 10. And Mejia rips away strike 2.
Already Tegan Kavan is doing a good job of throwing her rise ball through the zone. She can expand the zone if and when she needs to, but I feel like that lower level rise ball is working for her right now, where it's just at the top of the strike zone or just out. No blatant balls with her command right now.
Struck out in the first 2. And Mejia stays alive here. Arizona State, a team that has seen a ton of great rise ball pitchers down the stretch. Some of the Sun Devil players told us yesterday, don't swing where it is, swing where it's going to be. But they have had trouble with Kavan early. Another 1-2. Line to right center field. Mejia has the first Arizona State hit, and it will be an extra base hit. A 2-strike, 2-out double for the Sun Devil sophomore.
And if she's going to keep throwing so many strikes, Arizona State is going to go into this.
Yanixa Acuna, who goes by Yaya, a senior from Tucson, takes ball 1. Fourth-year Sun Devil, been a partial starter each of the last 3 years. And that ball off the glove of Reese Atwood. Reese Atwood only 2 pass balls on the year, and assuming that is scored as such, it'll be just a third. He bends but does not break in the postseason. He does not get the outside corner there. A little off the plate, and it's 3-0. Remember, Kavan is now at 44 2/3 innings without an earned run allowed in the NCAA tournament. But she walks Acuna on 4 pitches. And that brings up a very dangerous hitter, even down at the 8th spot here, in Brooklyn Ulrich.
Well, this is when Tegan Kavan has stepped up her game. We talked about her being great in the month of May. When you really dive into the numbers compared to February through April, it has been with runners in scoring position. February through April hitters hitting 295. With a lot more extra base hits, but in this month of May, hitters are only hitting 158 off of her, no extra base hits, and look how much her K rate, her strikeout rate, has gone up with runners in scoring position. She has been locked in.
Ulrich swings and misses very late on that rise ball, and it's 0-2. That was the first swing Brooklyn Ulrich had taken in a game since a walk-off grand slam gave Arizona State a run rule win over A&M to send them to the Supers. She's down 0-2 here and pops it out of play.
Kavan has really been around the strike zone. We saw that 1-2 changeup get hit for a double by Mejia. Really look for her to expand the zone in an 0-2 count and see if Ulrich will chase it.
She does, and she did. No 2-out magic for Arizona. And this is her biggest stage yet, facing Leanne Good, another AUSL draft pick, as Brown misses up and away. It's a pretty amazing journey. As a freshman at Tulsa, she walked 51 in 52 2/3 innings in the American Conference. But Megan Bartlett is a Midwesterner as well. Got to see Kenzie Brown, got to know Kenzie Brown, believe that she could be a truly special pitcher, says she's now somebody who could call her own game and carry on. And they have built this wonderful relationship that has evolved, Amanda, over the years at Arizona State.
Coach Bartlett says that she's known, saw her at camp and just raved about her dad, Andy, and just their great relationship. And Kenzie, we heard her talk about her dad, Andy, as well. Their great relationship all growing up while she was a youth pitcher, just learning her way.
2-1 to Leanne Good here. Is fouled off 2-2.
Which she's learned from a lot of men's fast pitch pitchers, and that includes John Barkveld, the now pitching coach for Arizona State. He was a longtime assistant at not a long time. I guess he was there for a few years at Oklahoma State, but a long time head coach at the University of Tulsa. So was familiar with Kenzie, had recruited her at Tulsa where she started her career, and they had a relationship. And then Arizona State had a big pickup with him coming over to join their coaching staff.
2-2. Good on the ground and foul. Jeremy Manley stepped away, and Megan Bartlett said, my first phone call was John Barkfeld. Both from Indiana, had a connection. John had been retired from Oklahoma State. I still work with Team USA, but Megan Bartlett said it was actually a little bit of an easier sell than I thought. He was excited to get back here, and particularly to work with Kenzie Brown. The 2-2 is high, 3-2 on Leanne Good.
Yeah, she gave a lot of credit to Jeremy Manley, who you mentioned doing a great job of developing her while Coach Manley was on staff. And then John Barkfeld is just a great pitch caller, and he's seen this Texas team a lot at his time when he was with Oklahoma State.
Here's a 7th pitch to Good, leading off the 2nd. Leanne takes ball 4. Leadoff walk for the Longhorns.
You can see the
freshman Hannah Wells here, the Texas designated player. Wells with a big swing. Yeah, it's a matchup that might send a little shiver down the spines to some Texas fans. And Mike White knows John Barkfeld very well from their time together. We're teammates at one point playing men's pro fast pitch. We're opponents, and obviously a lot of battles between Texas and Oklahoma State. Swing and a miss, good. Changeup to Wells. It's 0-2.
That changeup is a force to be reckoned with. We have a lot of great changeups that we've seen in the postseason, and Kenzie Brown definitely has one of the best ones that you're going to see. Over a 50% whiff rate on that changeup, and gets a ton of chase with that pitch too. It is her highest chase rate pitch.
0-2 for Wells. It's too low.
It's kind of like eerily quiet in between pitches, isn't it, for how intense of a game this is and how big of a crowd that's here at full 360 around the field. In between pitches, it gets so quiet. Now it's ramping up a little bit.
Wells down to 3rd. Emily Shep throws her out. But that advance is good for the Longhorns. Mike White has those World Series winners at the top 5. And now 3 straight freshmen, Wells, Alyssa Sneed, and J.C. Nichols.
Well, as a freshman, when you're going up against a pitcher like Kenzie Brown, it feels different. You know, these fantastic All-American pitchers that we have that are all seniors, and Tegan Kavan being a junior, it's not an easy task for them. And this is a Kenzie Brown who is pitching her best of the season, and you can see it in her ERA. When you go month by month in the breakdown, she started out in February just over a 2 ERA, and you can tell that month of March was when, health-wise, she started to struggle a little bit more, but then April brought it down, and then look at her ERA in the month of May.
2 earned runs, 10 innings in the regional. Or 2-strike pitch to Sneed. Freshman takes it. That gets off the glove of Swan, whose throw is late to 3rd. Mistakes by each catcher here in the 2nd inning. Kavan worked around Atwood's pass ball, but lead away the 1-2. Freshman was just 1 for 8 with a walk, a double, and an RBI in Texas's regional romp over Wagner, Wisconsin, and Baylor. Broken into the starting lineup really late in the year. And Sneed chases strike 3. First K for Kenzie, and there are 2 away.
You could see her just living on that.
Nasty pitches by Brown in the early going. And now 2 down for the freshman J.C. Nichols. 7 out of 8 first pitch strikes for Brown, who jumps ahead of Nichols. Currently on a season-high 6-game hit streak. Had a great regional, had a great SEC tournament as well. Strike 2, a low one. That was a little off the plate. Robbie Guest with a generous call for Kenzie Brown. Third straight 0-2 count after the leadoff walk. And Brown gets out of it.